Hey guys, welcome into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about all the stuff that I hauled at the Sephora savings event. You know, there are a lot of videos that come out from other creators and they talk really good points. Now, some people give you recommendations for things that they love that they typically buy at Sephora or can be found at Sephora. And I know there are a couple of you that asked me to do this video giving my recommendations. However, I'm always hesitant to do that because it's twofold. One is I so infrequently repurchase things, and two, they have sales on so many other sites, as other creators have mentioned before, that what is the point of even recommending things when they may go on sale, especially around this time of year for Black Friday. They'll do, Christmas sales and things like that. And so typically I think that the point that has been made, that is, you should probably target brands or things from brands that you want to try or either like that almost never go on sale, or it's a restock of something. But then the very overarching thing is not everybody has Rouge status. It's not even a real savings, if you ask me, for 10% overall. Doing videos like this are difficult for me because, again, there are very few times that I'm repurchasing things because I'm somebody who really likes to try a bunch of different stuff in a bunch of different brands, but also I like targeting sales quite a bit. And three, so I guess threefold, why am I holding four fingers? Threefold is that not everybody has Rouge status. So as you know, the sale is going to end on Monday, I think probably at midnight, local time. So I am filming this pretty late. It is Friday after work. I decided that I needed to do this. I picked this up like yesterday. I think I had it delivered to work. Didn't have time to film it last night, but I'm gonna get this video up by Sunday, so there's still going to be, a day and a half left in the sale. I just thought it would be fun to try the stuff that I got. Now, I pick up things typically during the sale time that are new releases that I get 20% off on. That's typically how I like to do it. There's really no reason for me to get like a bunch of extra stuff because one, I have a ton of makeup already, and two, again, I just don't restock on things very often. And if I do, it's not typically from Sephora. I'm not getting a lot of hair care and skincare and, all that good stuff from Sephora very frequently. If I did not have like a full stock of those things, like including sunscreens, I might go to Sephora. However, with all the K-beauty that's dropped on Ulta, that's probably where I'd go. So honestly, my recommendations for you would be, target the new releases. If you didn't want to like wait for one of their sales, which typically isn't when they initially launch something, and they do launch new releases around this time. I mean, there's always new releases, but also target things that almost never go on sale. Those are my recommendations. Do I like a lot of stuff at Sephora? Yes. I mean, if I was going to tell you anything, it would be target brands that are sold kind of exclusively on Sephora and nowhere else if you were someone that had Rouge status and wanted to get the free shipping. Namely, Ami Collet, which is now announced that they're going out of business. So there's not much sense in mentioning that, although I would say, if you were to get anything, probably get the Ami Collet mascara because that's amazing, and once it's gone, it's gone. But I absolutely love it. So let's go through what I got and then we'll try everything on with that very long-winded intro. Okay. Now, I don't know how much I spent, but I think with the fast scheduled delivery, I want to say I paid $9.95 for it. So, tack that on with taxes. I want to say it was like $281 after everything. And guys, there's like 7 things in here. So it's just crazy. Even 20% is literally nothing. Yeah, 7 things total. One of the other things is that you can't even attach any rewards that you have during the sale. So it's not like my $10 that I had for my 500 points or whatever number of points I have, bogus, wouldn't even allow me to attach it during the sale because you can't lump them together, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like Sephora, I don't think has really good rewards program. So I think I was just hesitant to film this video in the first place because I don't think of the sale as like something that I run to. Let's talk about one thing that I had to get shipped, which won't be here till next Thursday, but I do want to talk about it with you guys. So I did get the new Dior Backstage Glow Maximizer face palette. I saw Morgan Turner talk about this, saying like, you really shouldn't reformulate some things because the original was really good. Now, I didn't think the original was good, but then I got Color Story 02 in these, which I think they have reformulated the 02 and the colors are different, but the original 01, which is Universal Glow, I never got, I never tried, but I hear that's where the hype comes from. So they've reformulated 4 of the shades. I think it's 02, 3, 4, and 5, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it looks like they have. Or, you know, some of these are additional that they didn't have before. So I picked up 03, which is Pearly Peach Glow, a harmony of contrasted peach and platinum shades. This does retail for $54. You know, I like Dior products and I'm definitely hesitant. This was one that kind of jumped in and out of my cart, especially seeing Morgan kind of swatch those, because the swatches look like what the 02 shade looked like for me. But I'm taking a chance on it, is ultimately what I'm trying to get at. We'll see if it is any good. Let's get into the stuff that I do have here. So a new shade in the Coffee Cream eyeshadows. I'm a big fan. At one point I had all the shades, and then I did declutter one of the turquoise shades. So this new one that came out is called Chandi Rot. Who knows if I'm saying that correctly? A taupe topper shimmer with silver flecks. These do retail for $30. There it is. I grab a ton of singles in this shade. Is this not like the perfect taupey silver shade ever? So we are gonna try everything because there's 3 different eyeshadows. I'll probably put them on, you know, take them off. I wanna see what they look like. And then as I understand it, you know, Patrick Todd doesn't often have sales on his website. As far as Kulfi goes, I have no idea if they run sales. I've never purchased anything specifically from the Kulfi website. So the Major Dimension Illusion eyeshadow duos, you know, these do retail for $42. Arguably, you know, you're only getting 2 shades, but I still think that, you know, something like this costing $30 and being one, this is comparable amount of product. Like it'll last me the same amount of time, especially because these tend to dry out, but can be reinvigorated with like different like fluids or whatever, or even just used dry, because the 3 of mine have dried out. So this one I really enjoyed when the original shades came out. Now I think I probably have a very similar shade to what this additional shade is. So this one is Always On Your Mind, which is a Slate Sparkle. The one that I have is Still at the Club, which is a Sepia Sparkle, Cocoa Sparkle. And then this one is just a Slate Sparkle for both. So they're not super different, but I enjoyed it so much I wanted to get it, you know, 20% off. So we'll put this one on too. And then I really have been wanting this, and I was worried like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get this and it's not gonna be worth the hype. It's from Danessa Myricks, and this is one of her color sticks, the multi-use pearl pigment sticks for eyes, cheeks, and lips. I'm only gonna use this for my eyes. And this cost $38, but I did open, like all of the stuff, I did open this one. I got this one in Duo 6, which is Celeste and Nova, a golden metallic taupe with rich tawny shimmer, holographic blushed gold with shifts of silver and gold sparkle is the other side. Now, this I think is worth the $38. Even if you're not a makeup artist, I still think this is like legitimately worth the price point. So this is a magnetic piece in the center here. You can pull this apart, and this is one individual side of a single eyeshadow. And then the other side, same thing. It just pulls out like this. And this centerpiece has the magnets on the inside. So you don't have to keep them together. It does not need to remain a super long stick, but you can if you want to, which is nice because then you can interchange these if you're somebody who likes to put these in your makeup kit, or you had a couple and you wanted to take this traveling and you wanted to, you know, mismatch some of the sticks, some of the duos that they come with. So I thought that this was extremely cool. It kind of is in line with what Danessa is doing these days, which is a lot of the stuff that you can like take apart and kind of rearrange and make sense for makeup artists. So one side is Celeste, which is this one, which isn't as sparkly, but still fairly shimmery, I will say. I'll swatch it. I don't think the camera was like focusing super well. So I will swatch all of these before we put this on. And then this one, I believe, yes, is like the more sparkly side. So, you know, you can layer these or wear them individually. Again, you can just kind of have these all by themselves. If you, for storage purposes, want to take the thing apart and just store it like this, like genius, Danessa. So for me, I do think like $38 is not like a strong asking price for something kind of this cool. I did get the LYS Bright Start Creamy Buildable Coverage Airbrush Concealer. It has a puff on it, but you know, the reason that I ended up getting this, number one, I think it was like $20 and pretty affordable, but the Triple Fix Serum Concealer has been one of my holy grails for a very, very, very long time. I loved this so much I had backups of it. So I've been on a hunt, not that I really need to, but that I've been looking for like serum concealers that are super lightweight that do the job, because my skin is so freaking dry right now, and oh, you know, I'm turning 41 next week. So it's just been a hunt of mine. And this is a creamy buildable coverage airbrush concealer. I just know them to do, if it's similar to this, like lightweight formulas that offer a decent amount of coverage. Their foundation was the same way. So I felt like I was okay in that. Then this is something that I wanted because I had it in my loves list, but seriously, I've had this before and decluttered it, but I never got the hype. This is the Kosas Cloud Set Bake Setting and Smoothing Powder, and I got it in Candy, which is kind of like a light pinky shade. Now, when I had this, I had extremely dry skin, and it was too much for me, and I ended up saying, I gotta get rid of it. But you know, then my skin changed to like combo in the last 2 years, partly because of hormones and age and probably skincare, and I don't know, it's just like less dehydrated or more dehydrated. I don't know how that works. But anyway, I thought, well, that's definitely something that I would like. You know, something that was really blurring but a little bit thicker. So I want to give this a go again. You know, another thing I've been trying a lot lately is powders, just a bunch of powders, trying to find the best one in the world. And for a while there, I was like, I really don't love powders. I don't love testing powders. I don't see what they do. And I'm starting to get the hype. All right, there's 2 more. So Fenty Beauty came out with a mini of the Diamond Balm All Over Diamond Veil in how many carats? Listen, I never tried the original. Well, this is the original, but I've never tried this before. And you know, a lot of people have liked this. It's like the ultimate wet look on your face. Wow, the lights are extremely bright. So I thought, well, all right, there's a mini. I can get down with that. But it was $21 before the discount. Here's another brand that has never once had a sale. Rhode, and this is my first time trying this product. Haven't tested anything from Rhode, so it was gonna be the blush, baby. And they've never once had a sale since they came out, so you know, I feel like if you're gonna do the 20% if you have rouge, you probably should go for something that's never once had a sale. Makes a lot of sense. So I did get 1 shade of the blush of this little chubby fat dude. I'm actually very excited because, you know, a lot of people seem to really enjoy these. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's start off with the Kulfi eyeshadow. As I mentioned before, you guys, this is in the shade Shandy Rot, and it is $30. Let's give it a good swatch. Man, when these are new, these are cream-a-deem-deemy, but man, they dry out so fast. Oh my gosh, what is going on? That is very, very creamy. Like creamier than my other ones ever were. Let me show you just like how, ooh, it's like extremely goopy and wet. I mean, it's not bad if they reformulated, I guess. But my other ones that I bought like a year or two, well, more than a year ago, they're already dry and crumbly, but they dried to like a dry shadow. So it wasn't a waste. Like I've been using them as dry shadows. Here are my other 3. Auburn Aura's gotta be my favorite. Oh no, Satara Sparkles is my favorite. And then Auburn Aura is like a deeper red. And then Bronze Brocade. Let me pull out, okay, Bronze Brocade. So it's already like basically dry, like it is dry, but look how much comes up. So like it's actually really good when these dry out to use as like a single, you know, powder shadow essentially. Like nothing is diminished about the impact or the payoff when it gets to the eyes just because it's dried out, and they're all like this. So within a year and a half, I feel like they will dry out on you, but probably, look, this one's even worse with Satara Sparkles. If it wants to focus on anything but my face, it's just crumbling everywhere, but still like probably can be reinvigorated with some sort of liquid. But this is like disgustingly wet. It's like not even holding a swatch. Like it's not staying impactful. It's like sticky. Like this feels wetter than it should. It's like mush. This is not how, what is going on? This one just seems defunct. And it's weird because this one, like, look at this. This isn't right. This is not how they originally felt. I'm going for it anyway. This one went in and out of stock so many damn times. I had to like change my method. Delivery, shipment. Because, you know, I didn't pull the trigger on this order for like 3 or 4 days after the sale started. I just was so non-committal. Like, am I even gonna, this is just moving around. Am I even gonna buy anything? Because I was like, all this is really new releases. Like, I don't need these. This is not a necessity for me. Okay. This is wild. This is really wild. This is just like goop. That's not legit how it normally has come in the past. I've had four of these. I decluttered the turquoise shade, which is a metallic finish, but still 4 of them were not this goopy. Like, it's just shearing out. And these are long wear, no crease eyeshadows. That's literally the name of them. And this is like wetness. It's just wet. I don't know. We'll leave it on for a second and like see if it actually dries down. But it is so wet. It's like a liquid, not a cream. And you know, some liquids, like, oh my God, I'm baffled by this. Look at this. Boop. Some liquids, this is not good. They will burn my eyes a little bit, you know, just because they're like extra wet, and depending upon the formula, sometimes they're just a tad irritating. That is how this feels. So now you know. It's bizarre. This is sticky. Yeah, I don't know. That's really, really strange texture. I don't know if I can recommend that to you. Let's do these Danessa Myricks ones next. And I think I'm just gonna layer the 2 shades on top of each other because we have 4 separate eye products. I don't see myself keeping this on because it's just transferring. You know, sometimes it's like, okay, I got it and it's extra wet because they added too much during the manufacturing process and it needs time to dry out. Like, I'm okay waiting. I'm patient. I'm a patient lady. But this is not okay. This is not right. Like, this isn't drying down and all it is transferring, and as wet as it is, it's potentially apt to creasing. All right, let's go into these. Let me get off my tangent, my soapbox, whatever it is. You know, the sparkly one I think is probably best to lay on top, or we'll just like do duotoned. We'll do a deeper one in the outer corner. The light reflection and the sparkle on these is great. This is also not terribly dissimilar to what is coming out all over the place, the Tower 28 Go-Go sticks. They're the same exact size and you get 1 for 20. Where with Danessa, you can get 2 for 38. This one right here, which is called Celeste, I could just look right here, is a golden metallic taupe with rich tawny shimmer. Very, very light shimmer. Like, that's why I say I think these would be great to like pair together. But you know, you could wear either one on their own. I just think we just layer this straight on and then put maybe the one in Nova, like in the inner corner. Now, I say that they're very similar to the Tower 28 Go-Go sticks because they're both cold. They're cooling sticks, and a lot of companies are coming out with them right now. Please just do not mind my application. Like, this is more just a demonstration of how they go on, and I don't know, the color, you know, not accuracy. Okay. I mean, I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Did I do a decent job? Not really. I don't know. We might just leave the Patrick Ta on. And then let's do this one over top in the inner corner. No, let's do halfway. Let's just go for it. Oh, see, that's pigmented enough. You can just wear that sucker on its own. Yeah, it needs no introduction. Look at that. Let's check this one. Okay, it's drying. It's just taking an awful long time to dry. And now I'm missing a patch right here where I've been tapping. You guys might not be able to see, but like the silver sparkle is gone right there. Ridiculous. It's too wet. Something happened during the manufacturing process or the pouring process or whatever, the curing process. Something. Okay, the Danessa was like super duper easy to put on. I'm not familiar with like Danessa Myricks eyeshadow formulas. I've had the Color Fix, I don't know what are they called, paints, but I've never tried like a shimmer one before. I have like one light work palette, and honestly, like I haven't used it in so freaking long. Yeah, that's just stunning. Those are both great. They are, but the Kulfi, yeah, honey, what's happening? It's like tugging on my eyelid. The Kulfi is thinner. Like Danessa's is a little bit of a thicker formula, meaning that it's more textured. So take that for what is sticky. Oh, it's gross feeling. It's like tugging on my eyelid. Take that for what it's worth, I was gonna say. Oh, wow. That one just comes right off, and the Kulfi one was like gripping my skin. I mean, they are long wear, but it doesn't feel the same. 4, remember. I've had 4 of these suckers. It does not feel the same. Like, not even remotely. If you told me those were the same formula, I'd slap you and tell you you're lying. All right, Patrick Ta's, which is a whopping $42. It's still stunning. Let's see how different my other one is. Please don't laugh at me, because they're going to be very similar. Okay, I have a preference. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh Lord. Okay, here's the old one, which you can see the bottom, like it's definitely deeper, and then the bottom shade is more of a metallic, where the top is definitely more of like a high foiled shimmer. This one, both of these are super sparkly. Are they both in like the same color family? Like, yeah, okay, definitely. Did I need two? No, I didn't need any of this stuff. Do you? Do you need any of it? No, you don't. Need is not a thing. All right, let's give her a good swatch, but look at that. High impact, shiny deliciousness. Now these ones feel like powder. They're not really like a cream or creamy formula at all. Very dry feeling, which is okay. Tells you though that they're not gonna like dry out on you, and they'll probably last a good amount of time. So, you know, if you wanted to get a bunch of different shades, the likelihood is that these last probably a couple years for you. Did I even show you? I don't know, I can't remember. That's both of them swatched. I mean, they're deliciously shimmery, but this one at the top has definitely got more sparkles in it. They're both nice, but I feel like this one's a little light for what I'm reaching for these days. So I'd probably put this one down and then this one either in the inner corner or just lay it right on top of it. But they're so good, I guarantee you could do one or the other. Because some people prefer a lighter shimmer than I do. These days, I'm actually doing like super dark one and done shadows. I don't know what it is about the way those look. As long as they're like sparkly, like I'm totally okay with it. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna keep the boxes to the stuff I like, so bye. You know, if I throw boxes away, I'm pretty much convinced it's staying. Let's start with this little bottom shade here. This like literally, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. The fallout with the sparkles it's pretty crazy with these because I'm telling you, they are like a powder. So, you know, there's nothing for them to stick to really, you know, like once you get them on the eyes, see all this fallout? Maybe you don't, but like there's not a lot to stick. So, you know, there's a little bit of loose glitter. I mean, I really think it's kind of glitter. Oh my gosh, that one. Look at that one. Let's just throw this one on the tippy top right here in the inner corner. Kind of work it up. I mean, these are stunning, but the fallout is insanity. You know, that's kind of why I say like these are totally worth $42 because they stand on their own just fine. And then you're really getting two shadows where you know you could spend $30 for one. And at least this way you get one deep and one light and you can make of it what you will. And look at all that's happening too. It's a damn nice shadow as well. So there you go. The cleanup on this is going to be wild though. It's in my eyelashes, it's in my everything. I love that the sparkles are actually quite different in each of these. Like it's almost like a bluish reflect in the deeper one, and then the lighter one almost has like a pink reflect. Like if you're up close, that's really what these look like. I don't know if that's like super obvious. It's like a bluish and then pinky. So they're not just like silver. Not that that would be bad, but I mean, these are really sparkly. So I don't know if I would just like go in straight to the eye moving forward because I did not throw down a transition shade. You know, once I wipe something with like a shimmery one, like a shimmery wet wipe, they kind of have to go right then and there. Like glitter is just like one of those things where it's like, pretend it doesn't exist. Make it go away. I think we're gonna be throwing like a lot of concealer on because I have wiped off like a lot of this foundation thus far. I mean, there's so much sparkle here. I kind of feel like we need a liner of some sort or even like a transition shade of some sort. The glitter on this side of my face is wild. Nope, on both sides. Yeah, I'm a hot glittery mess. Do I have like a bronzer? No, not really. All I have is like a discontinued powder. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and throw that in here. It's too deep for me, so it might act as like a little bit of a transition shade, even though I just cleaned up this sparkle. You guys can't see it, but there's legit sparkles like flying around. I should have cleaned up my freaking eyelashes first. I mean, if you don't want sparkles, use a glitter glue with these, okay? Because these are intensely sparkly. I mean, at least this shade. You know, the one it's still at the club, you get that metallicness. No, sorry, the satin one. And that's a really nice choice to lay the metallic, the metallic kind of on top. Or because this has a nice base to wear on its own. These ones that I have on the eyes are actually quite different, which is they're very sparkly. They also have a strong base, but like their intended purpose is to sparkle, I'm pretty sure. Hi, sparkle. I'm trying to decide if I just want to like smoke a liner out or if I want to go in with a, you know, what am I trying to say? Like a liquid. I think we're just gonna smoke out a kohl like gel liner from Kiko. It needs a little smoky smoke here. Are they even? I don't know. They almost never are. I think we're good. I think we are. Let me throw on some mascara really fast. Okay. I threw on a mascara, you know, that you can't get at Sephora, that I'm currently really enjoying. It's the Revolution Wrap Lash, which is the Mega Extension and Volume Tubing Mascara. I will tell you, it's quite tubing. I didn't mix my lashes quite long. Tubing in that, man, when it comes off in the evening, like the tubing portion of the mascara, it just keeps coming and coming and coming. Like the left eye, I always friggin' hate, but I really do enjoy this mascara. Is it the most volumizing? No. It's really pigmented and it's really lengthening, but like I think you have to keep building it if you want volume. And even then it kind of gets like that ballsy. Like how do I even say that? Like it kind of, you know, I don't know. It just gets a little sticky, a little clumpy maybe. Oh, when it makes my lashes nice and long, you see that? Like look, long. All right, let's move on. We need to get this concealer on because I took like literally half the foundation off. Oh my gosh, the concealer was more than I thought it was. It's $24 from LYS Bright Start Creamy Buildable Coverage Airbrush Concealer, and it comes in 23 shades, 23 if I'm correct. A buildable full coverage concealer, ultra creamy concealer that glides onto skin and melts in for a flawless second skin finish, medium to full coverage. Said that, okay. LN3, which is Bone Blush. It is a light nude for light skin with neutral undertones. So this claims to be full coverage too. This is not full coverage. I would say that's like medium coverage. I don't even consider it like buildable. It's like a buildable medium coverage. So I kind of feel like this is also not going to be full coverage. I like that you can see through it, you know, a little bit. I did swatch this already. It was so hard to prime. It took me ages to get it out. I mean, I must have turned it. It's Revolution like 110 times. It might be a little bit too deep for me, but it'll match the foundation probably. The swatch, by the way, I always like to do it to like test how creamy the formula actually is. And it's so creamy. Like LYS just knows how to do a creamy formula. But will I end up hating the puff? Probably. I took a lot of foundation off right here, so it's kind of why I did like an extra amount so that I can not only do it as a concealer, but you know, to fill in some of the parts that I took off. Oh, it's pretty light. It's lightening up my skin a bit. You know, it kind of is extra creamy. It kind of has a radiant finish, like so far. You know, it's not like immediately drying, but it is so freaking thin. Let's see it rubbed in. Yeah, see, I really do think that this is going to be a very non-drying formula, which is something that I really like, and something very, very creamy. Although I can tell that I need to set quickly though, because I can see it's like wet under the under eyes. So let's do the powder. This does retail for $38, and I hear a lot of people say that this packaging breaks on them. So, you know, it's probably gonna break on me too at some point. It comes in a lot of different shades, but I chose Candy, which is a sheer brightening pink. You know, not a lot of like sheer brightening colors end up showing up on me at all because I'm so fair skinned anyway. So like it wasn't necessarily about being a brightening pink shade. I kind of feel any light shade would have been fine. Ooh, okay. So tell me what you guys think of this powder. I'm buying it because it was on a loves list and because I'm grabbing for heavier powders, and I knew this to be extremely smoothing. So I was like, this is gonna be a repurchase to see if I like it now. I mean, it's so smooth, but it feels kind of dry. You know, like this has like a heavier feel. Like I'm surprised so many people with dry skin really, really enjoy this. I think I'm gonna enjoy it as a combo skin girly. That's what I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna go in with my Tower 28 bronzer. You know what? I think I'm gonna pass this Tower 28 one along. This is so much more warm than I'm really reaching for like anymore, and it is so old. It's the reason that I've kept it up here is because I ignored it so much in my like personal life that I really wanted to get some more use out of it before it totally went bad, and that's why it was like here. I mean, it's so funny that it still smells okay. All right, let's go into the Rhode blush. I mean, surprisingly, these are only like $25. Like I would have figured they would be more money than that. I think there's 11 shades total. I got Sprinkle, which is a warm pearly pink. Yep. You know, a lot of these are really, really bright. Like the neutral peach, even to me, looks a little bit too bright and a little bit too terracotta. So yeah, I don't love the shade range. And Sleepy Girl in Soft Mauve looks super, super bright pink. Anyway, you guys like take a look. That one's sold out, but you tell me what you think, or even tell me what your favorite shades are. Is this really pigmented and I need to get something fluffy? Probably. Ooh, I'm gonna tap that off. That seems extra. An on-the-go cream blush that wakes up cheeks and lips with a satiny diffused flush. It has a satin finish to it. Oh heavens. It was so easy and it's so pretty looking. Did it disturb anything? Oh, not really. Oh, so pretty. So freaking pretty. I mean, it's pretty pigmented. Like even with tapping it off, still pretty pigmented. What do you guys think of the Rhode blush formula? Should I get 12 more? Just kidding. Packaging is cute. You know, I've heard some people say that like, oh, I could do without the packaging. I like it. I like it. In a world where there's so many things, like it's not bad. It functions just fine. I would like to see how much is in here though. Don't stop. There's quite a bit. Yeah, this packaging is adorable. It's fat. I mean, it's maybe hard to store, but it clicks nicely. Like, yeah. That's stunning, y'all. Stun-a-rooney. It's got a slightly glossy finish, which I think they're calling satiny. You know, it did not disturb any of the foundation underneath. Really, really nice. Very simple formula, so I could see why it's really popular. Anyway, moving on to Fenty Beauty. Never tried this. The Mini Diamond Balm. Yes, $21. And how many carats? I mean, this could be literally an eyeshadow. The lights are up so bright because I have no natural light. Oh, this is like putty. You can just stick your finger in it. Oh, heavens. Yeah, the ultimate wet highlight. Could be used literally anywhere, right? Like, see the wetness? You know, we like it. Okay, Carrie. Will a fluffy brush cut it? I don't know, but we're gonna try. I almost feel like you probably want to tap this on with your finger. You know, it's kind of got like a silver base to it. Stop it. Why is that not more sparkly than I thought it was gonna be? I mean, it's pretty sparkly, but like it's grouped together so tightly that it doesn't look like sporadic sparkles. You know, I was wearing one today that I put in my everyday makeup drawer. This is interesting. Like turns brown from the brush. Okay. Oh, it's doing it from the blush that's on this. Well, that's getting on this brush now. From Profusion, which I really have liked. God, look how thin my hair is. Like, why hair? Why? Why perimenopause? Why? And the sparkles were so sporadic. Like the distinction between these two, where it's just like super dense and super tight and really pretty, makes it look less childish and more reflective. Do you see what I've done? I like discolored it. Probably from the blush on my cheeks that I was kind of getting on this brush, you know? Oh well. But oh, doesn't disappoint. Doesn't disappoint. You know how sometimes you hear things like super duper hyped up and then you get it and you're like, really? Really? Like nothing so far is doing that. By the way, I started out with so many more things in my cart and I went through and I was like, I don't need it. I started out with the Mario Natural Finish Foundation, and you know, because it was $58, it obviously made the cost of the cart so much higher so quickly, and I was like, ooh, gosh. See boxes, bye. There were a lot of things that I ended up taking out of it. I think the one splurge item that I did get was the Dior highlighter. Honestly, you guys, that was all hits for me. I liked really everything that I tried on, except maybe the cold feet. That was weird. And it just, I don't know. It's really gross. But I mean, you know, I still have high hopes that the formula is going to dry out and it's going to work just fine for me personally. But I liked everything. So far, everything going on is good. You know, I'll give you an update on the concealer and the powder. Can't tell unless I wear it for a period of time. But the Rhode blush, like that doesn't disappoint. The How Many Carats didn't disappoint. These from Danessa, they don't disappoint. Patrick Ta, I love sparkly eyes. I don't care that I'm almost 41 years old. I wear eyeshadow like this literally all the time, every day. And I probably will, because I don't know, it makes me happy and it's fine. I liked everything I got, but gosh, for $281 or whatever it was that I spent, it just doesn't feel like you get a lot of stuff. So I really don't have any like true recommendations that come from Sephora. In fact, I have been trying to stay away from Sephora a lot recently because I feel like every time I check out with 2.5 things, I spent $300. But I will say, because Rhode has never had a sale, if you were thinking about trying this, anything from Rhode really, then I would say now is probably the time to get it. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I mean, I had fun. I wanted to film this video. Sorry it's not full of other recommendations of all the stuff that I love from Sephora. I feel like with Ulta now and going to the brand's websites and waiting for their sales, there's lots of different things that I could recommend to you guys. I personally just target the new releases because I buy new releases constantly and it's a way for me to get 20% off without having to wait. So it's more of an exercise of, oh, look, it makes sense for me not to control myself and have patience and wait for a sale. And that's all I got for you guys today. You know what I say. If you're not currently subscribed, I would love to see you subscribe so you can stick around. I'm out of here and I hope to catch you all in my next video. Bye guys.